There is a law that can dissolve the weight you are carrying, and once you hear it, you will never look at debt the same way again. You believe your debt is numbers, balances, deadlines, pressure. But I tell you the truth. Debt is first a state of mind, and the only reason it feels permanent is because you have been trained to think from fear instead of from power. The chains were placed around your thoughts long before they tightened around your finances. Let me ask you something deeply personal. How many years of your life have been stolen by the silent dread of money? How many nights have you gone to sleep with that dull ache in your chest, whispering, "I don't know how I'll get out of this"? How many times have you held your breath before opening a message or an envelope because you feared what waited inside? Debt is not just an economic burden, it is an emotional one. It corrodes confidence. It silences ambition. It convinces a man he is smaller than his circumstances. But that illusion ends the moment the mind learns to command itself. Debt does not shrink when money appears. Debt shrinks when fear disappears. There is a principle, rarely understood, even more rarely applied, that can erase debt as swiftly as it once accumulated, not by miracle, not by escape, but by law. A law that transforms the debtor into the master, the fearful into the definite, the overwhelmed into the architect of his own abundance. Consider this. What if your debt is not the enemy you think it is? What if it is the very pressure required to awaken the greatness you have ignored? What if the weight you feel is not punishment, but a calling, a demand that you stop drifting through financial life like a leaf caught in the wind and step into the authority you were always meant to wield? Let that thought breathe inside you for a moment. Feel how different it is from the thoughts that have ruled you. The truth is this: your debt does not hold you. Your thoughts do. And the moment you think like a man who cannot be enslaved by circumstances, those circumstances begin to rearrange themselves with astonishing speed. Picture a man sitting at his kitchen table, drowning in bills. He believes he is at the mercy of creditors, until one idea enters his mind, one thought that flips his understanding. He stands, not because the bills disappeared, but because he discovered a power within himself that debt cannot touch. That single shift, internal, invisible, starts a chain of events that leads to opportunity, strategy, income, service, and ultimately freedom. The world sees the end result and calls it luck. But the real transformation happened long before the money came. It happened the moment he refused to think as a debtor and decided to think as a creator.